Good afternoon, everybody. I am here with the picture. There are a number of things I want to do today. One is I want to do something to the top of the picture here because this great streak is sort of bothering me a bit. And I took another picture of the top of the post, and it's got quite a lot of shadows on it. So if I put those shadows, which are higher up the post here, this going across here is actually that one. I'll have something to push that back, which would be nice. I also need to introduce the wall and a bit of the paving down here, because otherwise he's sort of sitting in a cloud, which is fine, you know, not wrong. The other thing is I need to lift out some of this because I feel there's no real connection between these branches coming across and Fudge himself. So I did a little thing. Yeah, there it is. I did a little thing. It's a stencil. I've cut it out. This is a way of removing paint to a pattern that you want to have. You know, if I was just moving the paint, I'd just wet it and move it. But I don't want to move all the paint. I just want to move this paint. It's supposed to stop everything from happening. Whether it will or not, I don't know. But I want to, where is he? I want to put it round about there. So it just tips onto Fudge's head. There. I think that will do. If it's wrong, I can paint over it, so it's not a disaster. And this is a sponge. Now, I don't want it sodden. I just want it damp. If I make it sodden, the water will creep underneath the thing. And hold it down firmly and just wipe. You need to keep wiping because you're getting paint on it. Now, I haven't got it all out, but I've got enough out, I think, there to do what I want it to do. Just don't move it until you're happy. Right. Now, I'm going to leave that to dry, and when it's dry, I will paint over it. But it's removed just enough to make a little delicate fall of leaves. And I'm going to do the same thing, a bit different.
Could I ask what might sound a daft question?
Yeah.
How did you cut that so carefully?
Because I was careful with a knife.
With a knife?
With a knife, yes. With a craft knife. With a craft knife. You make it really sharp. I did draw it on first, but I didn't cut it accurately. But what I did cut is accurate enough. Yes, yeah. This is watercolor paper. It's quite thick. Card is even better if you can get card. You know, that kind of thing. I also want to do a bit up here because we've got a bit of a thing there too, but I don't want the whole thing. I just want a bit. So you get carried away, you know. You can do. Yes, it's enough for what I want. It's enough for what I want. Right now that has to dry before I play with it. So I can start looking at the other things I wanted to do. That can dry. So I wanted to do something up here. Can you see up here, Rachel? Right. I wanted to do something up here with these shadows. So I will Chris. Yeah, it's a bit dark. Oh. Come here. Thank you. Right. Okay. Keep that for next time. So I wet the brush. I'm going to be painting. This is yellow. So if I put blue shadows on, they're going to go green. Well, that's all right. They could be leaves. But if I want them to look like shadows, the best color to use is the opposite side of the color wheel, which is purple. Right. So, and I was using ultramarine violet. But good students, you know, some students are better than others. Right. Now, first I want to get this to go over this is the great long hoopy thing you get on stalk is what I'm after, isn't it? Yeah, so there's splodges here. More splodges here. And then this is where old age gets it interferes. I want to put a thin line, so hold your breath, everybody. Oh, come on, you can't even see it. I keep forgetting it dries lighter. If it doesn't go brown enough for me, I can always do something about it. Right, now if I look at the shadows on here, they do go down here. And there will be a shadow on the underneath of this. It helps to make the thing. While I'm playing about with relatively clean water, I want to lift some of this on here too. This was I put it on last week and I just put it on as a single stroke. It's not catching the light at all. So I just wanted to catch a bit more light if I can get it to do so. I might have to actually use gouache eventually, but I'll do that when nobody's looking. Gouache is a very opaque watercolor. And if you lose little spots of light and you want to put them back, like this, you can use gouache either mixed with paint or just as plain white. Don't think that's going to work. Oh, that's what you want to do. That's what you can do. Some shadow underneath. Right, now that branch is actually more. Oh, there we are. bit more of the yellowy brown color. What I've done is to mix some of the yellow that I was using, which was aureolin, with a bit of the purple, and I've got a brown. And I don't want it a dark brown, I just want it brown. So I've just painted over that. And it just makes it less stark. It's a bit more interesting. I should have done this first and then bled in the purple afterwards. Oops. While it's wet, do it while it's wet. It does magical things. It gives the paint fairies a chance to do things for you. Have you not heard of the paint fairies? The paint fairies are the ones who visit your painting when you're asleep and improve it. Rachel and I swear by the paint fairies. Yeah. I think to take the magic off, what happens is when you look at it the next day, you stop looking at the mistakes you made and you look at the picture as a whole. So you say, yeah, it's not bad. It's better. I prefer the fairies. I still half believe in Santa Claus, you know. He is if you believe in him. Yeah. Tinkerbell, yes. Right, now then. Not happy with the shapes I've got there, actually. They're a bit tentative and not very pleasing shapes. Very often happens when you start something, you know, you think, I must stop saying that. Right, I think that will do for that bit. Right, so now we need to, I need to do something about that. I'm frightened. Right, okay. We need a green. So we were using aureolin. I'm making it quite strong this time. A lot of pigment, not all that much water. I've got a smaller brush than I've been using. This is an 8, I think, yes. And if I'm going to make, I've got 2 dirty pots already. I make a green, I want to add a bit of blue, don't I? How much blue? It's not very green. A bit more. It's a bit muddy. I might have to do something about this. I wonder if that blue is dirty. What I'm getting is mud. It always happens when you're in a hurry. Yes, it's mucky, that's what it is. I'm going to clean that up. Yeah. Oh dear. Now see what I get. That's better. That's proper. One of the reasons for all the pots is to have clean water to mix your colours with, you see. But if your paints are dirty, you're not going to get clean. The idea is you take the worst off with that. You take the dirty water from there off in this, and then you pick up your clean water with the well, that's a better colour. Let's have a bit more yellow in, so it's a bit more green. Right, so I've got leaf shapes here. So if I can use the brush to create the leaf shape that I want. They have quite distinct shapes. So if I can get the shape that I want. That would be good. Use the flat of the brush or the point, depending on what you're trying to achieve. And that. Bless you, my dear. Gosh. I have to tell you, I'm hot.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Right. Okay. So I've got the fall of leaves there, and I think I better balance it with some here. So that we've got a balance. These are not these sort of leaves. It's a different plant. But if you look at the picture, the color I'm using here is not the color on the picture, but it marries well with the colors in the picture, and that's what's important. Not that that I am accurate with that, just that I'm. Right, it's got a sort of swing to it. Right. Now, there are some of these colors. Oh, yes. You get them sometimes. It's sort of. Perhaps need some. Right. Right. Joining them together nicely now. I need to think about those dots and colors that I'm going to put in. I added a touch of aureole into that. Right, now there's quite a dark shadow around here, so if I, yeah, come on, get dark. sure what's going on here. It's a sort of dark shadow there. We've got a leaf of some kind there. What's that going to do? That is in shadow there. Trying to see what the shadows are doing is interesting. There's quite a strong shadow there. With a space in between, and then it goes down to a point. And there's another shadow here. Just actually putting in shapes that look interesting. So I've got those two stems there by painting the back darker so the thing shows up. I am under severe pressure here because what I'm trying to do is define these leaves by painting in the shadows behind them. So they really what you need is a nice rainy Saturday afternoon with nothing else to do. What you don't need is a lot of people watching you, wondering when you're going to make the next mistake. No. Right, now where is the wall? It's not the wall, so this comes down here and this. There's a nice line there, so if I can get that. That strain again, it has a dying fall. You just, if you get a nice line in the picture, for heaven's sake, make use of it. It does all kinds of lovely things for your picture. Right. It's beginning to work a bit. But I am so wound up, I'm actually trembling, would you believe?
We don't know you're doing this.
No. There's a problem here. I don't know when I'm doing this. Right. I need some of this, and I think this is dirty at the moment. Oh, it's not bad. Okay. Pardon? This is burnt sienna. Yeah. What I'm going to do to take my mind off that bit is to attend to the wall. Now, one of the problems with this picture so far is that he is a beautiful, bright burnt sienna. The picture, that color isn't anywhere else in the picture, which makes it a bit stuck on. Yes, well done. So what I'm going to do is indicate the wall in among all this lot by using that burnt sienna, just by tickling in the color a little bit. Down here.
Is that a sort of rule?
A sort of.
Is it the fact that you want the burnt sienna somewhere?
Well, the wall is brick. So I need, but to make the picture join up, for him not to be all by his own in the moonlight, you need to put that color somewhere else in the picture. And very often when I'm painting oils, I'll be painting something, I'll just go dab over there. Just plonk it in somewhere, you know, just so that it's there. And I might turn it into something. I might even paint over it, but it's been there. It's helped, you know. So, but you can't do that so easily in watercolor. This is a bit bright. It should be browner. Should be a bit dirtier. Ah, so this is what I want. I want to brown it off. I'll use a bit of purple to brown it off because I want a warm, dirty color, if you like. That's better. You can't really see that it's brick. You can just see that it's there, that he's sitting on. Right. Oh gosh, definitely not got time to finish. When we get down here, oh, it'd be much further down than that. Round about here, I can start thinking of the bottom of the wall, and you know, work out what I'm going to do. Sorry, folks, I ain't got time to finish this. So that's what I would be doing down there. When I come down to the bottom here, I need to put in here. Sorry. Looking at the bottom of the post now. I need to put a contact line in where the post and the ground meet. And it's quite an... What, this? Oh, right. Well, this is going to be difficult then. Is that any better? Is that better? Right, okay. Now I did a dark bit there, and it sort of comes along from that line down here, contact line, and then it sort of shoots off up there somewhere. This post comes down to there, and this wall ends up along the bottom here. I don't want to put it in too firmly because the grasses are in fact hiding it. And putting it in a hurry is not a good idea. Simmer down, Steve. If I've got these in the wrong place, I can put it right afterwards, but there. I think I have in fact got them. So that I suppose launch in the middle of. This should come down to here. And then there's all kinds of stuff down here that you just dabs in to make it. Right. The only thing I haven't done that I wanted to show you was putting the color back in on the leaves that I had blanked out. Thank you. Right. So one of the things I want to do is to put them in a good color, and it is a sort of and then while that is wet, pick up some of the purple and just drop it in one side. Oh, don't be nervous. Just water it a little bit. So. I've got 3 dirty pots. Never have I. It's too dark. Okay. It's not there. There's no point in looking for it. This is make-believe. The other thing is don't make them all the same. Don't put the light on them the same. Vary it so that the lights and the darks say different things. Up here, they're perhaps a bit shaded by something else. And down here, the tip is going away. There we are. It's not enough to be a big drama. It's just enough to fasten Fudge into the picture a bit more, right? How are we doing for time now, Pat? 5 minutes, right? Right. Okay. So if we go back to this, that's just, big idea of what I was doing. Right. So I need to put darks in behind these light. So I was making the green, wasn't I? Out of the aureolin and the blue. Gives me quite a nice dark. That's a different dark. All the darks don't have to be the same, which will certainly help. You never get it dark enough. Better. But it just helps to define this branch here. I do sometimes use a point, as you see. And then just blend that off so that you don't want the same thing all the way down. You want to vary it a bit, and the light will vary a little. I might want to put a touch of more blue in as I'm coming down, because if I make it all the same, it's going to look ham. I don't want it to look ham. I want it to look real-ish. Again, I've got a nice little shadow there. Let's could do with another 5 hours on this, I think. Right, I think I better stop. It's a bit like those shows, those game shows. You've got 1 minute left. Right. No, that needs me to stand back and think.